look at stuff. I think most likely when you're in the second round, it's probably looking at moving up or back within that round. Is there a possibility we could move into the first round? Sure, I wouldn't put it at highly likely, but you know, you never know. On draft night, you get calls and you explore things, you look at stuff, and we'll continue to do that.
And then roster trait.
Yeah,
all good.
Trade.
That works too, though.
Generality. That's my comment on the trade. As far as trait, I think we look for multiple traits, both intangibles in terms of character and approach and all that, and then where there's some, I think, skill traits we're looking for. And I think that's pretty consistent with the things that I've identified between shooting, defense, passing, those types of things that generally fit well within our system of how Coach Kerr wants to play, and the players we have on our team with Steph, Draymond, Jimmy, those guys. Those kind of traits are something that we look for. I think you also have to be mindful just in general when you're picking in the second round, the later you go, you're almost just trying to pick somebody that's going to make it. So you have to be a little careful about being too particular. But in general, those are the traits we like.
And then just to follow, do you go best player available, or if there's an upside pick maybe at 41 that you might not expect to be there, how do you weigh those two things?
Yeah, I think generally the later you go, it's just the higher probability of the guy making it. That's what we lean towards, and usually those guys have a nice rounded skill set. They have maybe a glaring deficiency with size or athleticism or one blatant thing they're missing, but they do a lot of other things really well, and maybe that's how you can kind of beat the system a little bit and get a guy in here that can survive.
Speaking of trades, I know once the draft is over, or obviously we've seen action before. We've seen some action happening the last few days. Has you getting a measure of what the trade market is? Or do you feel like there's going to be a lot of action around the league and that you can maybe jump into, or are you kind of approaching it that we're going to be aggressive in this trade market?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways we can go. We've got some free agents that are priorities. We got to handle that, but some of that stuff may lean into trades and other things. Obviously we got wound up into a big deal last summer. Multi-team trade, and so anytime you get into free agent stuff and you start looking at exceptions and cap space and all these things, it lends itself to it. We'll be opportunistic. I think with our cap and strategy group, those guys are really good, so we'll look at everything, and it's hard to say right now though, honestly, as far as like what's out there, what could happen, but we'll definitely be in the mix. I think we've shown a history of doing that.
Mike, you guys have gone from participant to observer in the last 4 or 5 weeks of the playoffs. As you've watched these games play out, what have you taken about just watching the way the teams operate, the way the rosters are built, that might influence you going forward, or if anything?
Yeah, I think it just is bearing out that, defense is still really important. And then the offensive end, to be able to have space on the floor to combat these defenses. Certainly Indiana had that with some of the floor spacing bigs they had. And then I think, obviously you go back to further rounds with the Knicks, Minnesota. You got to, but honestly, to go deep in the playoffs, you kind of got to have a little bit of everything. You got to play offense, you got to play defense, you got to have size, you got to be able to defend on the perimeter. You got to put together a really good team, and that's what Oklahoma City's done. Sam did a great job, and credit to Indiana as well. Those guys, heck of a year. Kevin Pritchard did an amazing job. Rick Carlisle, what a coach. So just need really good players.
How much, in addition to follow-up, quality depth? You saw that especially in the finals here with guys coming off the bench and putting in production. How much is that a factor versus just kind of ride like the Knicks did, ride your main 4, 5, 6 guys?
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways to do it. Last year going into the season, we really leaned into depth, and it was good for us in some ways. I think in some ways it could create some issues with lineups and playing time, and puts a lot of stress on Steve and the coaching staff in terms of who to play. I do think there's a level of depth that you have to have. If you can have 7, 8, 9 guys that are NBA rotation players, you're going to be in business. Obviously, that helps prevent issues with injuries where a guy or two goes down. But just to make it through, it's a long haul. 2 months of postseason basketball where it's at your highest limit. You got to have that depth, and that's something that will. It matters to us. I feel really good about our roster. If you look at guys 10 to 14, 10 to 15, and that's part of having depth. I think we can get better in the middle. I think we can get better and add some depth there. And then we're really talking.
Seems like, I mean, Desmond Bain gets traded for 4 first-round picks. Seems like every offseason someone's getting traded for 3, 4, 5 first-round picks. In your mind, has the draft been devalued or draft picks been devalued in recent years? And kind of where do you see the draft when it comes to building a team in terms of importance?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit eye of the beholder with the draft picks. Certain teams value picks differently. They value draft pick swaps differently. And I think for your own team, when you're sending them out, it's important to evaluate where you're at. If you're a younger team, that has a longer runway, then you're probably going to be more inclined to send draft picks out. If you're an older team that has a shorter runway, you got to be a little bit more protective of those picks. And no doubt you should use them when the time comes. If you're really trying to win, but you got to be selective about it. You got to think it through of the value of your own picks, because once you lose them, the path to not being good and sort of doing a little rebuild or anything like that goes out the window because you don't control your picks.
Where are you at with Kuminga and his restricted free agency, and how do you hope that situation plays out?
Yeah, so we can start with the finals ending last night. We can start, pursuing that right now, leading up into free agency, and I think we're in a good spot with it. Honestly, we have the ability to bring him back. He's restricted, and I think there'll be good dialogue. And I'd like to figure something out sooner than later. That'd be great. But I also acknowledge with restricted free agency, these things can drag out a little bit and take some time. But I think we feel pretty comfortable with who J.K. is as a player, and what he can do for our organization, and we'll continue. It's a main priority going into free agency.
What would be the benefits of getting something done sooner than later? Like, why do you want that to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think just clarity, right? Roster clarity in terms of what else we need to add in free agency. Also, what we have to spend in terms of minimums, exceptions, those different types of things. So I think that's the sooner the better for everyone. His sake too, I would say. I would believe, but like I said, restricted free agency can be a little different. So we may have to be patient.
How much do you have to even declare, like, what his role is going to be in your minds, or even in discussions with him, before you can get to a number, before you can decide whether, it's better for him to move? Like, do you have to fix in your mind? I know things can change, but obviously with Steve and everyone else, what his role is going to be, and what do you imagine it is right now?
Yeah, I think it's important to have those discussions any time, whether it's your own guy you're bringing back or signing a new player. You always talk with, I talk with the players. Steve does. Sometimes he connects with our players on our roster too. I mean, you have all these conversations. In JK's position, being an incumbent player, it's a little bit more known. But yeah, I think some of those conversations will need to happen, especially the way the season kind of unfolded last year, where there's some moments where he wasn't playing as much, and then the role's bigger, and it's kind of, and he was in, like, all this up and down. Sure, that's something that will probably be necessary to clarify.
Hi, Mike. How does free agency look different
those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
Some silver earrings from the continent,
Which if me rather wants something from...
Greetings. Looking to buy? Show me your wares. So long.
Closer, stranger.
Mighty warrior.
Brand those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
Greetings. Show me your wares.
Just don't go pestering folk.
Come on, trim it. It's got to be ready in time for the funeral. The croc will send us away with Bran.
I'm trying.
You have tried
I do wonder.
how they live at the bottom with it.
On the shore at Larvik.
Who are there,
Fish
Willie
gaze.
Gazelle?
You looking for work?
Will you ever to man in need?
Bid farewell to King Bran. It's not fitting to go that.
They were watching the flock in Whittle when he was finishing the fleet. The wolves came.
King's
Can
passing.
see from afar.
Our time amongst the living is but the wink of an eye. What's left when we are gone? How shall we?
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
Rotten squirt made to my face. That's true. Heard the same.
What's up, bro?
'Tis madness.
Oh,
Such
yeah.
a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
Alice Gallagher busy. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. You have to win, nigga.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
She wanna die with him? That's
Nice
crazy.
to see you again.
She a real one.
The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan
What you mean?
Triazech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end,
That's crazy. wanna die with him?
Our glorious ancestors await him.
She like,
Together
that's
they
crazy.
will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You knew Bran?
Yes, he was well respected. Unlike his wife.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Lindell. I was so mad I couldn't fuck that redhead.
Its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black One. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who hail Bran of Clan Tuirsach dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown.
I think that's his daughter, the dude that's talking. Mm-hmm.
Come to the wake with me.
Gladly. Feasts in Skellige,
You know
so
who I'm talking about,
predictable.
right?
Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanedd?
You were there. How could I forget? I also
You mean the
remember
second Witcher game,
excruciatingly well what
Cal?
happened after the banquet.
Wait, really? Damn.
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see.
This nigga looking at her like meat, bro. Bro, he ready to get in, bro.
Did you learn anything in Velen?
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ard Skellig a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Syria was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf,
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Hey, Lindell, I got a new one.
A man in need.
Fool of a toot-toot.
Maybe he's looking for the Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked.
How much?
I have. I shall pay you. Thank you. You find me.
See you later then.
But I don't know what's wrong with my OBS, bro. This shit pissing me off.
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real pro.
Let me get.
What?
Rurik. I'll take the job.
May your axe never crumble.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Did you get your money back after the shipwreck?
Whoa there, Rogue.
Cause you know the money that you pay him when the shipwreck and he dies, you can go loot his body and get it back.
Move it.
Mm-hmm. After the shipwreck. Yeah, you can get it back. You can loot his body. Mm-hmm.
Hey there. Come
I mean, for early game, that's a lot of money you give him, bro. Like,
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
that's crazy.
Yeah. That caught a turn. More trouble.
Mm-hmm. I don't have no water. What the fuck? He can be traded immediately. What? How can he be traded immediately?
Let us pay homage to Bran of Clan Trisek. May our horns echo midst the cliffs and peaks.
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as
Do
well.
it again. Do it
A
again.
strong leader who wields true power. That is what we require.
What is this movie I'm watching? The fuck is this shit?
Introduce me.
Is this Black
This is my
Adam?
friend Geralt, and this is Bernard,
Ugh.
widow of the dear departed Bran.
The Queen Mother.
Why is Sarah
It's a pleasure
Shahi
to
in
meet
this,
you,
bro?
Geralt. You must forgive me, but on a day like today,
The
I'm
Rock
afraid
don't
I
deserve to
can't
be in her
indulge my
presence,
passion
bro.
for long conversations.
Pierce Brosnan's in this
So you
too?
chose your
Nah,
own
bro. What? Why?
It's that together we look about
The
as
Rock
good
don't
as
deserve
mace
this,
throws on a
bro.
battle axe.
Everyone's got their style.
I don't know, Kermit. I don't know. Pierce Brosnan? Nah, bro. Why? The Rock don't deserve this, bro. I don't know, Kermit. I don't know.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Got me eye on you.
Who's this?
Slur Muse.
The Noggle Fair of Hindusfjord shores.
What have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk
Who, Rock Merle? That's crazy.
wine from the temples of Melitele.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to
You
ask
said it's Urkel?
Your beard. Why did you
Oh,
decide
yeah.
to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
May your axe never crumble.
Please. Who, Rock Merle? That's crazy.
Lady
Yeah, because Urkel, that dude really black, bro. That shit crazy.
My
Nah,
companion
Urkel's
is
thumbnail is wild.
I am honored.
Nat Williams. Jalen Williams, but with Nat's face. Yeah, because Urkel, that dude really black, bro. This nigga Urkel's diabolical, bro. Nat Williams.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell.
I may or may not have made that.
We wanted to talk to Krach on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to.
Man, this Black Adam
Want to
movie
meet
is so
the
awful,
notorious
bro.
Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't
Has
remember.
the DCU made one good movie?
Ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Ordal.
Has the DCU made one good movie?
Mates, allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn.
It's
the
Shazam,
Lord
right?
Blackhand, Blue Boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn, and choking down a stockfish.
Okay, yeah, that was good.
On Hildar.
Has the DCU made one good movie? Has the DCU made one good movie? It's Shazam, right? Okay, yeah, that was good. That's crazy.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Krach about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
The Stones.
Geralt?
Oh, there go my red head right there. She got on underneath it.
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
She got on underneath it.
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Yalma's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the
So
stump
my
first,
Herschel is ready for it. And these niggas,
I'm ready.
bruh. They gotta do willing to be Blade and they fucking around, bro. Like, that's some bullshit, bro. It's like how the fucking Witcher fucked up with Henry Cavill. Like, you gotta do this, willing to do the shit. As long as he get to stick with the source material, and you don't even want to do that. The nigga just want to stay true to the character, and y'all want to fuck it up. Bro. Like, we don't care about y'all. We care about the actors, okay? Respectfully. 29 years ago. That's crazy. Same. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
See the wakes in full swing.
lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher Sparrowhawk. And it likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Oh, do whatever she says, bro. Do whatever she says, bro. Oh yeah, they eating shit. Yeah, bro. Just was eating good, bro. Oh yeah, they eating shit. I ain't gonna lie though, they earned it though. Yeah, bro. Just was eating good, bro. And smoking. There they go. Gimli was tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie though, they earned it though. Bro, I'm telling you.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed.
A drinking game with Legolas and Gimli.
You shall learn all beyond that door.
Control that permanently. We'll chat another time.
You never beat it?
Feast of Kertrode are legendary. Axe tossing, tamed bears. Y'all croc sellers stacked high.
Is The Rock even acting in this movie at all?
Of Rivia,
All I see is him staring and
Yaldona and Hinder, and
the
Yalna
Black
and
Adam, bro. Like,
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat
Thank
fucker.
it.
Call
Well,
me a goat
you can
fucker
have it.
one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole. Enough!
time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Settle this outside.
Who the fuck are you to advise me, eh?
Someone with better manners. You insult Bran's memory and Krog's hospitality with this. Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouthy, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
That was
Damn,
not
Yennefer,
my
come here.
intention. Come,
Fuck.
Geralt. I believe this
My
discussion's
fault.
run its course.
Misko's treasure. Oh, Tia.
What now?
Deleted.
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Misko's treasure. Deleted.
We shouldn't be breaking into Ermien's workshop.
If I didn't know you better, I'd say you needed to grow a pair. But I know that you simply enjoy complaining. It's the only reason you said that.
Why would we go there?
To retrieve an item. The Mask of Urboros. We'll need it, and therefore...
Like, how the fuck did he get in there?
Right. Of course.
Okay, this is it, I think. No, it's not.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Okay, this is it, I think. No, it's not. Oh yeah, this is it.
Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws cough. Goldfinches warble, and cranes
You stole my OnlyFans.
whereas peacocks screech.
Huh?
Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves
Huh?
they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales crooned.
Oh. You stole my OnlyFans. Huh? Huh? Bro, I would never found it.
That was
Oh.
close.
Bro, I would never found it. Dang.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. They also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Dang.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover. Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Looks alive.
Move, girl. I'll slap the shit out of you.
Use an arrow if you saw that in the woods. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it. Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out. Monsters. I feel them. Coming closer. They're everywhere.
That's one less.
Strange.
Is this girl Riri? My fault.
Mushrooms in here.
No. To my mind, it's the scent of sweet grass
That's one less.
That stench. What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran.
I'll catch a wild horse for you, baby.
Sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial.
Don't run from these back shots. No. I'll catch a wild horse for you, baby.
Let's go inside, Geralt. I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions. Ah, our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Urboros must be here.
That's crazy.
Wondrous world of
Didn't expect
insectoids.
this.
That is crazy.
Plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlev. A biography enhanced.
Grippy socks is crazy. That's crazy. Bro. Crazy.
A goat carved out of
Sounds
lindenwood,
crazy.
signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Bro.
A sword and a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
Hey, I got 100 rupees for that. Thank you. I saw that, so dude. That's crazy.
Yes? Ermien's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Hey, I got 100 rupees for that. Thank you. I
Yes?
saw that, so dude.
Yes?
That's crazy.
Yes?
Skelliger's tales about the wild hunt.
Good bliss.
The wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in. Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing. Need something else. Gotta look around. Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
A child's skull. Let's try again. So, guess you're no indecisive. How about a mug? Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I've a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here. This is it. We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before... It's a trap! We're imprisoned!
Great. How long you gonna make me wait? Not good.
Geralt, hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
Oh, you facing one of them elementals, okay.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind.
But I have no food.
Hold
What
on
the
tight.
Fudge. Linda, I have no food, Linda. That's crazy. Mmm.
Damn.
Mmm.
Tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant count a needle.
Really wonder if Croc will be willing to help.
He knew Ciri well. She and Hjalmar played together as children. There. Good as new.
Let's get back to the wake.
Croc and Crate asked about you.
We went out. For a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you.
Oh, look at Yennefer with a snub looking like a damn snack, bro.
Let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks.
This is 80s night.
Men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth.
That's a dope pick, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
That's a dope pick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck. Why am I so bricked up, right? Never mind.
May the best man or woman win. What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Look at my red head.
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more is set.
These mods are crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. Say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Magic anomaly on Ord Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only...
I saw the twisted forms, bright unnatural. The druids were
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Art Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cyrilla. If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellig on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Unfold! Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undic. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her, and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Giants.
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here, and
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
Tis true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed. My son gathered a hearty crew.
You should start at the new
If either Hjalmar or...
I thank you.
Now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ard Skellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krark. I will see you later.
He is big.
Grand those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
He is big. Well, that's gonna be a blacksmith. Why can't he be a whitesmith?
It's adornment. I engraved it, melted. Greetings, White Wolf.
My goat are down here.
Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
The best stocked armory in all Skellig is right here at Caer Trulda Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time.
Send myself a teacher.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
My goat are down here. Don't you mean Somali pirates? Never mind. Okay. Niggas immediately come for me. I have no food, bro. This is crazy. Niggas immediately come for me. I have no food, bro. Fulu Batutu. Fulu Batutu. I knew it. I knew I was getting one shot. I knew it. Fulu Batutu. Fulu Batutu. I knew it. I knew I was getting one shot. I knew it. Fulu Batutu.
Looking for someone who can make...
Never known a master who wasn't a dwarf. Fergus, perhaps?
So long.
Oh my god, I did all that just to get one shot anyway.
Me little Norgan's birthday tomorrow. I've no clue what to give her. Maybe a nice...
Yeah, make them Chief Club, nigga.
What became of those nice Barrow lads who went treasure hunting in the ruins?
I don't know, but I'm...
Greetings.
Greetings?
Mind if I have...
Bruh! What? Who did he say, Art? I don't feel like watching no 8-minute video.
Aye, aye.
What is it? Where should I look?
East of here.
How'll I recognize him? All I know is he doesn't listen to his father.
His name's Oliver. A cheerful lad.
That ought to do it. I'll look around. No promises, though.
Smack him in the head like this.
Yeah, what's up, Daddy?
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
Remember last year? Yolvan is horse flying right off.
Man, take his fucking bruh.
For something
You
beautiful
piece
to
of shit.
happen, I recognize your type a mile away.
God, I need to do that.
Remember last year? Yolvan is horse flying right off like.
Man, take his fucking bruh. Piece of shit.
Luck's run out, freak.
Watch that thing, nigga.
Shit in your cacks.
Oh, this nigga almost killed me, bro. Nigga, if you don't come back here and help me. Wait, what am? Oh my lord! Holy crap! Nigga, if you don't come back here and help me. Damn. I love this. Oh my lord! Holy crap!
Come on, Roach.
Damn. I love this. I got it, bro.
Slow now. Whoa.
You got it.
Show me what you got.
Oh, I hate them things. Ah! Run, nigga.
Well,
Bro, I hate
Dad's
the
off
thing,
work.
bro. That's why I hate Skellige, bro. Oh my lord. Hey, Rose definitely hanging that shit crazy. Yeah, I need to go fix some. Ugh. I don't want to see you fight him again. Oh, you fighting Banners, thank God. Good bliss. Oh, you fighting Banners, thank God. Good bliss. Bro, why am I facing somebody that's got all this rock shit on? Bro, why is everything attacking me?
Go.
I'm trying to live my life, bro. Like, bro, why is everything attacking me? I'm trying to live my life, bro. Fuck it.
Hey-ya.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm swings.
That's crazy. I'm new to this.
I'll take half from the
Giddy up.
You take the other half.
What'll we leave for the gods?
The gods can hunt their own.
I'm new to this. Lindell, I'm new to this. Man, he wasn't even that tough, bro. Look how I do all that running for. All right, let me go fix some shit, bro. Fuck. Man, he wasn't even that tough, bro. I need some apple trees, bro. Do all that running for. All right, let me go fix some. Meditate. I am new to this. Makayla Reigns? I don't know. Meditate. I don't know about that one, big dog. I am new to this. There's a shrine there, bro? Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know about that one, big dog. There's a shrine there, bro? Uh-oh. Who's shooting me, bro? Who's shooting me, bro? Fuck, bro. Fuck off me, bitch. Oh, do it again. I'm sorry. family.
You're mad, woman! Mad, I say!
But I've got good reason.
I hold Ciri too. You know this damn well. But the Mask of Orberus is no trifle. Have you any idea what could happen if it is used? Any idea of the consequences?
No, but neither do you. So
Oh.
stop panicking.
Can hear you two clear on the other side of the island.
Good. May all Skellige know Yennefer of Vengerberg is a common thief.
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return it.
Ha! A generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless. Not to mention the risk you'll bury.
Malcolm in the middle of life still unfair. That's crazy.
With us.
Barry, what are you talking about?
She's not told you? Might have expected as much. The myth is that Orberus created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed, Orberus made the mask, which would allow him to peer into the past. He knew, however, that he could only use it once. So he waited. Waited until his longing grew so strong that it became unbearable. When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known
Man, my
its
thing
threat
is so
that
small, bro.
whosoever used the mask would bring the sea's wrath down on them. For in vengeance, the sea would rise and flood all the lands and drown the
Boy, that
living.
small. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Where'd you get this mask?
Sailors from Clan Dimon pulled it from the sea, near the Njord
God
Trench.
bless.
Yeah, but how can you be sure this is Urberos's mask?
Its appearance is exactly as described in the myths.
You believe the myths?
Only ignorant fools belittle their significance. Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here. It's the thief.
God bless.
On the one hand, a theft. On the other, Ciri's life.
I also care deeply for the girl. I proposed a series of other methods. Yennefer refused to listen. She claimed they would take too long. Whereas she needs immediate results. She has always been hot-headed.
True. At least this time she's got a valid reason for it.
Never mind that she might bring... What? What was that? No. Yennefer's used the mask. Follow me! What you utilize the mask?
Praise the parson.
Great. What was that?
Unicorns.
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here?
The power of the mask summoned them.
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places. Places where past events left a strong magical imprint. Take it.
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will let me see through your eyes.
Well, let's go.
This way. Already found the first spot.
Wait, that was a college football presentation reveal? I missed it.
Any instructions?
Keep it on until we've seen everything. And don't telepathy is limited in range.
I think it was just a write-up. I didn't see any video. See if I can find it.
What's that? A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
The way she moved, like a witcher. Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot.
Huh? That's a good question. I definitely don't know on PC.
Don the mask.
Zoom in. You trying to zoom in on Yennefer? Shit crazy. You trying to zoom in on that ass, bro? Just watch some hentai. Never mind. I definitely don't know. My fault. Thank you, bro. Dynamic time of day, game changer.
What was that?
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
But Ciri.
Pre-game war must post-game
I saw them
celebrations.
escape.
Let's see where to.
I'm mad they ain't got Crinkle's mascot.
I don't like it.
Nor do I.
They still missing a few
Anyone
mascots.
This happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking, but don't worry. Ciri can take care of it.
I don't know if they got that thing you wanted for Arkansas. You said something last year about a chant.
All right, so this.
Well, ready? Use the mask.
I don't know if they got that thing you wanted.
Someone chased Ciri.
What?
Might have wounded her.
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
Magic residue trail leads to Velen.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try to find it. Come.
What?
Don the mask.
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely.
That's crazy, Tio.
It's Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
How do you know?
I don't. Making an educated guess.
That
They
road
both
split
appear
shit is
with previous
crazy.
visions.
Ciri's got a powerful ally. Maybe something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up,
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves? Look
Damn,
at what
yo,
you've
come
brought
here.
down on us. If someone's death were to help you find Ciri, would you start making human sacrifices as well?
Relax. Storm's died down. You've clearly got things under control.
For now. But who knows what will be a week or two on?
Stop panicking! Here's your mask.
It is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You. You I'll deal with later. So?
Got a feeling we found something interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
Pageantry is crazy.
Something's pinned under that tree. Can you...
I can.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have...
Young Arkansas don't have a light show. Young
Exquisite. The
teams with light shows: Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Nebraska, South Carolina, Tennessee, NC State, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Texas State. Why does Texas State get one? UFC, Boston College, Notre Dame, Rutgers, and UCLA. Fuck all y'all.
First here, then on Hindersfjall. What did they want?
They're looking for Ciri.
But why?
Why does Texas State get one?
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
Tis true, she can trace her lineage clear back to Lara Duran, which is why the women in her family have always had extraordinary abilities. But could that truly be so important?
Ciri's exceptional. She travels between places.
Yeah, college football gonna have my PS5. Kum.
Huh?
That's
Which
crazy.
is why the Wild Hunt wants to
I wonder if it'll
capture
take up more space this year.
Probably.
Speaking of the hunt, mentioned it appeared on Hindersfjall.
Well, it happened
I think probably no more than like
after the
maybe
cataclysm
40.
struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard. Itself a strange
Isn't it at that high school
that
shit?
time
So
of year.
that's gonna be extra.
The islanders said
Yeah, at least get the Arkansas
they
chair
barged
right
into
this
the
time.
huts, killed anyone who resisted.
I don't know, man.
Then galloped inland, laughing
I'm still waiting for them to put Temple's mascot in there, bro. They ain't got hoop.
That's
I wanna see
crazy.
Hoop.
Next stop.
Yeah, Hoot the Owl.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Yeah, at least get the Arkansas chair right this time.
Wait, can't we go together? Right now?
But you detest being teleported.
Don't exactly like potions either, but I drink them when I have to.
Well, they're gonna have Arkansas's red mascot, Big Red, in there finally. Shit.
Let's go. Stay close to me.
Good luck to you. Inform me once you've learned anything new.
Quite a few years since I was
Zippy the
last.
kangaroo is
But
crazy.
if I remember correctly, Lofoten should be this way.
Arkansas's red mascot, Big Red, in there finally.
Raised huts and fresh graves. This must be it.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
Kangaroo is crazy. Okay, good. Hey, big dog. All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.